no matter what. I'm feeling great.
Om Shanti and a very warm welcome to our meditation special series on Light of Knowledge. Today, we are going to talk about lawyers. It has been said that running a law practice is like running a marathon with a lot of uphill intervals, because no matter how much energy a lawyer puts in, the outcomes are unpredictable. We have with us in our studio, as always, Dr. Donika, who has a master's in law. So she will answer our questions and satisfy us with her beautiful answers. Welcome, Dr. Donika, to the show.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
I have a question that we came across a few days ago. A lawyer has asked that knowing that his client is a criminal, should he accept the case? So we thought this was a very powerful question, and we would like to know, when we talk about the ethics, how all of this fits into the practice of meditation.
The thing can be looked with both perspectives. The criminal himself knows he has done a crime, and somewhere or the other he has come to the lawyer. And the lawyer, when he is saying that the criminal has come and he is accepting that I have done a crime, now what energy to be transmitted? What I have seen in Indian law, even if there are both the sides, there is a victim and there is an accused, for both of the things, the lawyer has to be there compulsorily. So speaking to the law aspect, yes, of course, a lawyer has to accept the case, but how he has to deal with that case, that's more important. If he knows he has done wrong and somewhere or the other he is really finding himself guilty and he wants a reformation. Indian law has basically a theory of punishment, considering all other laws also, all other countries also. Many of the punishments are there through which their judiciary system runs or legal system runs. For example, I would like to quote that there is a system of punishment called retributive punishment, that is tooth for a tooth or eye for an eye.
Yeah, most people today in our society, unfortunately, that is the attitude that is generated. If you've hit me, I'll hit you back.
And the law also believed that retributive punishment should be followed. But in the consequence, it was found out that it didn't help. So another theory was also put up, which was punitive theory, that along with some punishment to him, let him also pay some fine. Third theory which was put up was, you can say, a reformative theory, which meant that there should be a reformation of the prisoner or the accused. The Indian judiciary will never accept what the accused has said. It says that even if the accused is telling that I have done the wrong, the Indian judiciary system believes that let the things to be proved. Means it has to go through the channel of, you can say, hearing, evidence, and then the judgment part will come.
In our previous episodes, we've been talking a little about the karmic account, and I've been doing my own thinking, and I was just thinking after I asked you this question that even if the criminal is let go, there will be some kind of karmic account if we look at the bigger picture. From the smaller picture, yes, he did wrong, but he didn't get immediate punishment. But when you look at it from the bigger picture, how does karmic law play into this? The human law has let him go, but how will the karmic law play into this?
Yeah, definitely the karmic law plays a role always. Even we know or we don't know, the law plays its part when we say about the karmic law. For an instance, if we take an example, today you have wore a green dress and you ask me that if I can lend you some money, and I think you really need it and you have to go somewhere and you need it, and I just pay it back to you. Few days afterwards you meet me and I get the recall that, oh, you had taken some money and you were to give me, and you just suddenly give an excuse, oh, that day I had wore green dress, today I'm in red dress.
Okay.
So is it an excuse?
No, because the fact remains that I have borrowed from you and I have to pay you back.
I have to pay you. You know that. but that is which is stored in the conscious mind, because we know few days back we were in another dress, today I have only changed the dress, but I am the same. In the same way, the soul is me and this body is the dress. And now if I have taken anything from someone, maybe it pain, maybe the happiness, and afterwards when I am in different dress, say suppose I am dead, like the body is no more, that's the more cleaner perspective we can say, the body is no more, but I as a soul will be in another body. There I have to repay you the same things which I have taken you, and you have to repay me the same things which you have given me.
This is a wonderful karmic account explanation, and hopefully we can have one episode on just karmic account one of these days.
Sure, we will.
That sounds like a very interesting discussion. I was thinking, doctor, what will be a lawyer's duty in the society? What are his responsibilities?
That's a very interesting question, and I know many of the lawyer brothers and sisters, they must be having this question too, because there are two aspects in this part. When a client approaches the lawyer, he firstly brings the case and he wants that it should be settled. What he feels that I have got the wrong or something wrong has been done to me. It may be on any of the level. It may be a civil matter, it may be a criminal matter, or it may be a family matter. The suit, when it is brought, the lawyer knows I have to settle this. Now what approach he approaches? Many of the times it happens that the lawyer knows there is an alternative remedy through which the case can be sorted out quickly and with less efforts to the client and with less pain. But it may take years and he will be getting a good face if it doesn't show him that path.
Okay, so here is again where the ethics come into play.
Yeah. And I have seen, like I shall say myself to be pleased enough that I have seen some of the real lawyers, you can say ethical lawyers, who guide their clients in a very true sense. Means if the client comes to them and brings his case, the lawyer gives a very clean and transparent thing that you have two options. If you go for the suit, it will take 10, 15 or maybe 20 years. And even then we don't know to whom the case may go. Even you may win or the defendant may win. Or the other thing you have, this case can be sorted out through mediation, arbitration or conciliation, in which you can get quicker results and your energy and time both will be saved. But one thing is clear, that here the things are at lawyer's option. If he wishes, then only he can guide the thing. Here one very major aspect I think is that if the lawyer directs him that you file the suit, okay, and he is taking those hardships for 15, 20 years, how much of negative energy he is transmitting into that.
Right.
And if the lawyer guides him that you have these path also, alternative path which will be less painful to you and it can sort out the things smoothly. Here when the lawyer guides it, the client who gets this feedback, he will definitely give a positive energy to that lawyer, and the lawyer will also be getting the consultation fees what he has to. Along with it, what the prolonged effect, the karmic theory, what we see, the lawyer when he gives this output to the client will tell other 10 people that this lawyer really gives a good opinion and good feedback. If you go to him, he will never misguide you. He won't go with his profits, but he will go with our profit, which will be comfortable for both of them.
That's right. This kind of reminded me about in the olden days, the village panchayat there used to be, and maybe the litigations or whatever it is were taken care of in a smaller level, as opposed to going to a law court, because like you just said, it can last for generations after generations after generations, and there won't be any result. So here it is, like you said, we wasted all our energy, all our time in doing something which has not given us any sustainable results.
Judiciary really wants that the cases should be settled very fast. What today the perspective of India is, it has been said that there are so many pending cases in India that even if no case is filed today, whatsoever litigations are pending, To solve those litigations, the High Court may take 5 years to solve it.
Oh, that is too long.
Too long. That's why the judiciary is making its efforts. It has started this, you can say, alternative mediation, arbitration, conciliation. Along with it, the judiciary sometimes put up lok adalats, in which it wants that number of cases should be put up and it should be disposed of the fastest. So it has some ad hoc judges, experienced retired judges, so that number of pending cases can be sorted out.
I was just wondering, all these court cases, not all, but quite a few, they go on for years. And there could be pressure on the lawyer from his client because a lot of time has passed and there is no result, there is no outcome. How does this play on the life of a lawyer in terms of his stress factor?
Yes, that's the thing which the senior lawyers, of course, are probably facing the most, because here when once the lawyer gets a good name or fame of his, many of the times we see that in his daily chart he has 25 cases. So he can't give time for each and every case, though he is having junior lawyers with him, but the thing is they go for adjournment. And here somewhere or the other we see that there is a backlog, such a very big backlog, that the clients usually they come up with the lawyers, they come to the lawyers and they expect some good positive response from him.
That's right.
But the lawyer here is so much stressed that he himself wants to make that stress to come out, and there may be a negative reflection given by the lawyer. He may get angry, sometimes he avoids those cell phones, which again generates, or you can say even passes the negative energy to his client.
Speaking of cell phone, I just thought of something on the humorous side. I know lawyers or consultants like accountants, once you pick up the phone to talk to them, they'll start their stopwatch. And so they bill you based on how many minutes you talk to them. Even this kind of practice can be probably not very beneficial in the long run.
We can look at both the perspectives. The lawyer has succeeded in his lifetime so much, he has so much experience with him, that he thinks that whatsoever I advise to the clients, it would be really of, you can say, great experience. Because in Indian system what we see is the cases are decided on 3 aspects, or the judgments are given, or the law is made on 3 aspects, that is customs, precedents and legislation. Legislation is the thing which the law that is written, it has come to know. Custom is the thing which we know through experience of the persons who are in that custom, and we speak about precedent, it is the judgments which are given from the Supreme Court, which are to be followed by the High Court and the subordinate courts. The judgment which is given from the High Court, it is to be followed by the lower subordinate courts. So here, when the lawyer is so much successful in his life, he thinks that, oh, I have so much precious time that I want to limit it to the persons who really need it. It's not that some people, they come and visit 10 lawyers and only they just get the feedback, what they are saying, and they don't want to do anything from them. So an aspect from their side, from their perspective, it's right that they feel, oh, nobody should be coming, nobody should come and just have, you can say, blank waste of time, but whatsoever who is coming should be benefited and he really needs the thing.
So coming back to the ethics, we briefly talked about the contribution of a lawyer to the society, but in the true sense, is it possible that a lawyer as a mediator can settle something, bring the 2 parties together and on a friendly basis?
Yeah, of course, it is possible. And to the humorous aspect, I would like to add that some of the lawyers really do that, because they give their genuine advice to the clients that it would be better if you just settle it out of the court. It's a very simple thing and it can be sorted out.
When you say settle out of court, does that mean just the 2 parties have to meet, or will the lawyer be present?
The lawyer can be present, because lawyer can guide both of them that this can be the thing, that can be the thing. But one thing is there that the client himself has inbuilt that he has given me such a hurt, he has given me so much of hurt, how can I forgive him? As he has given me the hurt, through this legislation, through this suit and the hardships which would be bared by the opponent who has given me the hurt, he has to get the same hardships, or he has to suffer the same hardships. So here somewhere or the other, the ego part is coming. Putting just an example, let us have the perspective. For instance, lawyer be the father and the two persons, the two parties, let they be the children. When the children approach the father has two, you can say, apples, and he thinks of tasting and giving. So he asks if anybody of the children would do or he should do. And the little kid, younger brother, he says, no dad, I would like to do. And he tastes both the apple and he gives the small one to the brother and the bigger one is with him. Now, when through a normal perception, we will be having the vision that see what he has done, he has taken the bigger apple and given the small apple. But when the father asks, oh, why have you given the smaller apple and kept the big apple with you? Then the small child, younger brother, he gives the answer, Papa, the bigger one is not that sweet, but you taste the small one, it is very sweet.
How nice.
You see?
Nice.
So it's the perception or the pattern with which we are looking for.
So what I'm hearing you say is, if at least one of the two parties, if they have
an mutual understanding that out of the court, if we can get some benefit and somewhere or the other we won't go to hardships, we will settle it. Somebody has to take one step, and yes, might be so the other one will also do that.
Right. So if there is not a mutual understanding, if at least one of the two parties is connected, is centered, then because of his practices of meditation, then what I'm hearing you say is then he or she can influence the other party as well to hopefully settle it out of the court.
Of course. And we are not seeing that only contract cases or you can say corporate cases that are going on. You can understand that perspective when a family case is going on. Both the children have been brought up by the same father, and the father has to see the hardships that both of them want their right of property. Now, if both of them have mutually agreed or understand each other and think, no Papa, whatsoever is given, we will understand it, some ups and downs will do. So in each case, if we have that mutual understanding, the number of piling of cases won't increase so much.
Right, and this will take some load off the judicial system as well, and maybe the lawyers will also get a breather, right?
Yes, of course, the lawyers will get a breather, but we can say a healthy and positive society can be built up. Here the role of meditation is at a very higher level, because if a lawyer knows the role of meditation, if the lawyer knows the karmic theory, and if the lawyer really knows that I am a soul and whatsoever advice I am giving to my clients, it will benefit them to a higher and deeper level. So if I radiate a positive healing energy and give them a very positive approach, give them the true approach and true guidance what is needed, and the clients, if they are soaking that, they are like blotting paper and they really understand that, and even they are able to do meditation and reconnect themselves. The ego aspect which was disturbing the fluency, or the ego aspect which was disturbing their me part, I should get that, that will come to the balance.
That's very true. Can you lead us into a short meditation?
Yeah, sure, we can. We can sit back. And just gradually feel that I am a twinkling star, a point of light right between the forehead. I am the master, and I make this body work. I am the energy, and I, the soul, as an energy, give directions to my brain and my body to perform the various tasks. Let me visualize myself in a very relaxed manner. I am a soul, a peaceful soul, a light, twinkling star. Okay, can come back to normal position as you were before. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister, for those wonderful tips you gave us. And I'm sure our lawyer friends out there have also benefited from these tips. So thanks for being with us, and we look forward to having you again.
Welcome. Om Shanti.
Friends, a thought that came to my mind from this discussion was that spirituality has eroded from our life. And is that the reason why we have to have law in place? With the help of meditation, if we can stay centered and focused and practice the meditation practices that the sister has taught us, then maybe we won't have to wait forever to get the right verdict, because we will know the right steps to take in our life. So I hope you've enjoyed all these discussions we've had with you. And if you have any comments and questions, please write to us. We look forward to your feedback. We hope to see you again. Until then, take care.